What if this moment right now is not random? What if it is the universe, quietly waiting for you to acknowledge a truth that has been whispering to you long before you even realized? There is a precise intelligence in existence, a rhythm that aligns with your readiness, and today you have arrived exactly when you are meant to. Feel that subtle pulse within you, the one that rises like a soft hum in the background of your life. That hum is not merely a feeling. It is a signal, a vibration of potential knocking at the very door of your consciousness. This is your inner call, a call that has traveled through years of preparation, through experiences that shaped you, through challenges that tested you, only to arrive now, crystal clear, demanding your attention. Many live their lives chasing signs, waiting for confirmations outside themselves, searching for permission in external circumstances. And yet, the truth is far simpler. The key has always been within. It is here in the quiet chamber of your mind, in the rhythm of your heartbeat, in the spaces between your thoughts where your true power has been waiting. Recognition comes not through logic alone, but through a deep, visceral knowing that makes the soul sit up and take notice. You have felt it before in moments of awe, in fleeting instances when life's beauty seemed too vast to ignore. That is the same recognition calling you now a resonance with the life you are destined to live. This moment asks for more than observation. It asks for response. It is a question without words, but with immense gravity. Will you step into what is already yours, or will you let it pass unnoticed? The answer does not require elaborate rituals or external validation. It only requires awareness and a quiet, unwavering consent from your being. As soon as you allow yourself to truly acknowledge this call, a shift occurs. Your energy begins to realign. Your perception sharpens. Doors that seemed invisible become visible. Opportunities that were distant now appear within reach. Recognition is the spark that ignites the chain. Reaction of transformation. Notice how your body responds as you entertain this possibility. Your chest might expand. Your breath deepens. Your senses feel sharper. That physical response is no accident. It is the language of the body harmonizing with the truth of the soul. Every hesitation, every doubt, is simply a leftover echo of old conditioning, a test of whether you are willing to trust the signal. But you can feel the difference, the subtle excitement that is untainted by fear. It is not impulsive. It is deliberate, measured, and full of promise. The universe is neither demanding nor impatient. It waits in infinite patience for your conscious acknowledgement. Now, as you sit with this moment, recognize it as your personal invitation. Recognition is not passive, it is active. It is your choice to tune into the frequency that has been silently waiting for you. This is the threshold where destiny brushes against your awareness. By leaning in, by feeling it fully, by saying yes within your being, you have begun the journey that transforms possibility into reality. The universe does not just respond to your will, it responds to your clarity. And clarity begins here, in this instant, with your recognition and your willingness to answer the call. Every experience you encounter is a reflection of your inner world. Your reality, in all its complexity, is a mirror, and it responds not to wishful thinking, but to the state of your consciousness. The relationships you navigate, the opportunities that arrive or slip away, even the patterns of challenge and triumph, they are all signals from the mirror of your own psyche. Yet, few stop long enough to truly see this reflection for what it is. To confront it requires courage, because the mirror does not always flatter. It can reveal the shadows you have hidden, the beliefs you have carried unknowingly, and the unhealed spaces within your own being. Consider this: each conflict you face, each moment of frustration, is not random. It is the universe's way of showing you the parts of yourself that need attention. When you feel irritation toward another, That emotion is often a direct pointer toward an aspect of your own identity you have neglected. When a door closes, it is not a punishment, but a reflection of the alignment of your internal beliefs with the outer world. Life is never merely happening to you. It is happening for you as a dialogue between your inner state and the external world. Recognizing this transforms frustration into insight and struggle into guidance. The mirror can be subtle, yet unrelenting. Its lessons are embedded in everyday life. A conversation that triggers discomfort, a circumstance that repeats despite your efforts, a feeling of being unseen or unheard. These are not coincidences. They are invitations to pause, to reflect, and to adjust. You cannot change the reflection without first observing it without judgment. The clarity of your perception, the honesty with which you confront your own patterns sets the stage for profound transformation. This is not an intellectual exercise. It is a practice of awareness that engages your heart, your mind, and your intuition simultaneously. Now, imagine standing before a mirror that shows not only your appearance, but the truth of your entire being. What do you see? Do you see someone limited by fear, doubt, or past mistakes? Or do you see the immense potential that has been quietly waiting, unacknowledged, within you? The mirror does not lie, but it also does not condemn. It merely presents the data. The next step, the conscious step, entirely yours. By acknowledging what the mirror shows, by taking full responsibility for your inner state, you begin to change the signal you send out into the world. And as the signal changes, so too does the reflection. This reflection is not a final verdict, but a guide. It points toward what is ready to be healed, strengthened, and expressed. Each observation, each moment of clarity, is like a brushstroke in the grand painting of your life. By choosing to see yourself fully, without denial or distortion, you align your inner world with the reality you wish to create. The mirror becomes a powerful tool, a lens of transformation. It reminds you that everything outside you, every opportunity, every obstacle is simply the shadow or light of your inner state. As you master the ability to read your reflection accurately, you gain the power to consciously shape the life that unfolds before you. Understanding the mirror is not a one-time revelation. It is a continual practice. It requires patience, honesty, and a willingness to face the parts of yourself you have resisted. But the rewards are immense. Clarity, alignment, and the capacity to manifest a reality that resonates perfectly with your soul. The moment you embrace this truth, you no longer react blindly to life. You respond from the center of your being, fully aware, fully empowered, fully aligned with the path that is uniquely yours. Every transformation begins at the edge of the familiar. The threshold of courage is not a distant concept. It is a precise point in your life where hesitation meets opportunity, where fear and possibility intersect, and where the choice to move forward defines everything that comes after. This is the invisible line that separates the comfort of what you know from the vast potential of what you are yet to discover. It is terrifying, yes, but it is also magnetic, calling you toward the life that has always been waiting just beyond the borders of your current. Perception courage is often misunderstood as the absence of fear. In truth, it is the deliberate decision to act in spite of fear, to step forward when every instinct whispers to retreat. The unknown can feel like a chasm, a void threatening to swallow you whole, but that perception is deceptive. The void is not emptiness. It is a space pregnant with possibility. It is here, at this edge, that your latent power begins to awaken. Every hesitated step is a missed vibration. Every leap taken is a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive your next level of reality. Think of every moment in your life when you have stepped into uncertainty, starting a new venture, speaking your truth, leaving a relationship that no longer served you. You remember the tightness in your chest, the questions racing through your mind, the instinct to retreat. And yet, with each step, you also remember the exhilaration, the awakening, the realization that you were capable of far more than you ever imagined. That is courage, not an absence of risk, but a mastery of your response to it. It is the ability to act deliberately, knowing that the fear you feel is proof of growth, not a barrier. The threshold of courage is deeply personal, yet universally significant. It is that internal voice that challenges the old stories you have believed about yourself. You are not ready. You cannot handle this. It's too much. These voices are echoes of a past self, residues of conditioning that no longer serve you. To cross the threshold, you must confront them not with judgment, but with the unwavering clarity of your intention. You must allow the fear to exist while refusing to let it dictate your actions. It is the paradox of courage. You do not annihilate fear, you integrate it, and in doing so, it transforms from obstacle to ally. Standing at this threshold, recognize the stakes. Beyond it lies a reality that mirrors your highest potential, a version of your life that demands presence, clarity, and audacity. The universe does not coerce you to step forward. It waits patiently, silently rewarding those who have the courage to act. Every moment of indecision prolongs the cycle of stagnation. Every deliberate action, however small, shifts the energetic balance in your favor. Courage is the signal that announces to reality, you are ready. You are aligned, and you are capable of receiving the extraordinary. Take a moment now and feel the sensation of standing at your own threshold. Your heart beats faster, your senses sharpen, your mind oscillates between doubt and hope. That tension is evidence of life trying to awaken you. Lean into it. Allow it to galvanize you rather than paralyze you. The unknown is not a threat. It is a doorway, a liminal space where transformation accelerates. Step into it with intention. Step into it with the quiet certainty that you are more than ready. Courage is the bridge between who you were and who you are becoming, and the first step across it is always yours to take. Within each of us exists a duality, a constant interplay between shadow and light. These are not merely poetic concepts. They are the fundamental forces shaping your life, your choices, and your reality. The shadow carries fear, doubt, and all the parts of yourself you have hidden, ignored, or judged. The light carries your brilliance, your potential, your capacity for growth and love. To live fully, you cannot deny either. True transformation is not the pursuit of perfection, nor the suppression of your darker elements. It is the mastery of the dance between them, the conscious integration of every fragment of your being. Consider this. The shadow often appears as resistance, procrastination, or self-sabotage. It whispers lies, convinces you that you are unworthy, and persuades you to remain small. Yet it also carries hidden truths. Within fear lies courage. Within doubt lies clarity, waiting to be recognized. The shadow is not your enemy, is a guide, a mirror reflecting the areas where growth is most needed. Light without shadow is incomplete, just as shadow without light is destructive. The dance begins when you acknowledge both, allowing them to coexist, to inform each other, and ultimately to harmonize. Integration starts with awareness. Notice the parts of yourself you have avoided, the anger you suppress, the desire you dismiss, the dream you hide because it feels impossible. Observe them without judgment. Each is a piece of your totality, a note in the symphony of your life. By turning toward these hidden elements, you reclaim energy that has been scattered into resistance and fear. You begin to feel a profound shift. The tension between shadow and light transforms from struggle into rhythm, from chaos into dance. The moment you embrace this internal duality, life responds. Relationships deepen because you bring your full self into connection. Opportunities expand because you no longer unconsciously block them with fear. Decisions become clearer because your inner conflict has been acknowledged and integrated. The dance is not static, it is dynamic, fluid, and ongoing. There will always be moments when shadow resurfaces, when doubt creeps in, when light dims. But now, you approach these fluctuations with the wisdom of integration, knowing they are signals. Not obstacles. Integration is also creative. It allows you to channel every emotion, every hidden impulse, into conscious action. The energy that once fueled avoidance can now fuel ambition. The tension that once produced fear can now produce insight. By embracing your shadows, you access reservoirs of strength you never knew existed. By embracing your light, you amplify your resonance with the life you are meant to live. The dance is neither suppression nor indulgence. It is mastery, a deliberate orchestration of all aspects of your being. Now, feel it within you. Sense the shadow and the light as two forces within your chest, interacting, harmonizing, and pulsing together. They are not separate, they are two halves of the same energy. Allow yourself to be fully present with this inner rhythm. Each breath, each heartbeat, becomes a drumbeat in the symphony of integration. When you carry this harmony into the world, you radiate completeness, magnetism, and authenticity. You no longer seek validation from external sources. Because you have recognized and claimed your totality. The dance of shadow and light is not a one-time victory, it is a lifelong practice. But with each conscious step, each moment of acknowledgement, each act of integration, you elevate your frequency. You transform fear into clarity, resistance into power, and potential into tangible reality. When you master this dance, you become whole, and in wholeness, you magnetize the extraordinary, effortlessly attracting the life that resonates with your deepest truth. Presence is not simply a momentary awareness. It is a state of being that transforms everything it touches. To be present is to inhabit the full spectrum of your consciousness, mind, body, and soul simultaneously. It is the art of grounding yourself in the here and now while radiating clarity, confidence, and alignment. When you master presence, you are no longer subject to the chaos of circumstance, the pull of fear, or the illusions of past and future. Instead, you become a magnetic force, a living signal that draws opportunities, people, and experiences toward you with a natural and effortless grace. Consider the difference between someone who is truly present and someone who is distracted or fragmented. The distracted individual may chase success, pursue goals, and work tirelessly. Yet their energy leaks, their signals are inconsistent, and the universe responds accordingly. In contrast, the person who is fully present communicates clarity without words, exudes confidence without effort, and moves through life in a rhythm that aligns with its deepest intelligence. Presence is alchemy because it turns simple awareness into the catalyst for manifestation. The energy you emit when fully present resonates with the intelligence of the universe, attracting what you are ready to receive. Presence begins with stillness. Not the stillness of stagnation, but the stillness of conscious observation. Observe your thoughts without judgment. Notice your feelings without resistance. Sense your body, your breath, your heartbeat, and the subtle rhythms that connect you to life itself. In this space, clarity emerges. You recognize which desires are authentic, which fears are illusions, and which actions will move you toward alignment. Every breath, every moment of attention becomes a tool for creating resonance with your higher reality. This alchemy requires focus. Your mind must be anchored in the present while your awareness stretches to embrace the possibilities that surround you. It is a paradox. You are fully here, yet you are aligned with everything that is ready to unfold in your life. This alignment is not forced. It is natural. The universe responds to frequency, not force. By cultivating presence, you shift from striving to attracting, from chasing to magnetizing, from reacting to co-creating. Your energy becomes coherent, your intentions become palpable, and the space around you becomes fertile ground for manifestation. Presence is also a practice of emotional refinement. When you are fully here, your emotions are not suppressed or scattered. They are recognized, felt, and harmonized. Anxiety softens, impatience dissolves, and your energy stabilizes. This stability is magnetic. It signals to the universe that you are ready to receive without desperation, that you are aligned without doubt, and that your field is clear to welcome exactly what belongs in your life. Life moves to you in response to your vibrational state, and presence is the key to maintaining that state consistently. Now imagine stepping into every moment fully present. Your words carry weight, your actions carry intention, your interactions carry authenticity. People and opportunities respond to your energy naturally, as if drawn by an invisible force. The alchemy of presence is not a skill you learn, it is a state you cultivate. It requires practice, but even a single conscious moment can shift the trajectory of your reality. Each breath, each gesture, each thought aligned with your presence sends ripples into your environment, recalibrating the universe to match your frequency. Being magnetic is not about attraction through effort. It is about resonance through alignment. When you embody presence, your energy becomes a signal of wholeness, clarity, and readiness. Opportunities do not need to be chased, they flow to you. People do not need to be persuaded, they are drawn. To your authenticity, circumstances no longer dictate your state, you dictate the resonance that shapes them. This is the alchemy of presence, the transformation of conscious attention into irresistible magnetic power, the foundation upon which your most extraordinary reality is built. Intention is the foundation upon which every reality is constructed. It is not merely a wish or a fleeting thought. It is a deliberate alignment of mind, heart, and energy toward a specific outcome. Your internal blueprint, the structure of your life, emerges from the clarity, precision, and power of your intentions. When you understand this, you realize that manifestation is not about random effort or external circumstances. It is about the coherence and architecture of your inner world. Every thought, every belief, every emotion contributes to the blueprint that dictates what you attract and what you allow into your life. Imagine for a moment an architect designing a building. Each line on the blueprint is intentional, each measurement precise, each structure planned to support the whole. Similarly, your mind and consciousness serve as the architect of your reality. But unlike a conventional blueprint, this internal design is dynamic. It reacts to your energy, to your focus, and to your alignment with your deepest truth. Intention is the pencil. Clarity is the ruler. And your state of being is the scaffolding that brings the design into form. Without intention, energy disperses. Opportunities are missed, and the universe responds to incoherence. With intention, everything aligns naturally, effortlessly, and with precision. Clarity is critical. A vague or scattered intention creates a weak signal that the universe cannot interpret. When your intention is sharp, coherent, and deeply felt, it radiates like a laser through the field of potential, cutting through resistance and attracting exact correspondence. You must not merely think about what you want, you must feel it. Embody it and anchor it within your energy. Every emotion that accompanies your intention amplifies its signal. Excitement, joy, and certainty act as catalysts that accelerate manifestation, while doubt, hesitation, or fear dilutes your blueprint and creates distortion. Building your internal blueprint also requires alignment. Your thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and actions must all converge toward the same vision. Coherence, the dissonance between what you desire and how you feel or act, creates structural weaknesses in your energetic design. For example, if you declare your goal but internally doubt your worth, the blueprint contains cracks. These cracks allow the universe to respond in ways that reinforce misalignment, often manifesting as delays, obstacles, or distractions. To construct a resilient blueprint, you must identify and correct these discrepancies, aligning every aspect of your internal architecture with the reality you wish to embody. Intentions are not static, they are living structures. They require ongoing attention, refinement, and reinforcement. Revisit your blueprint regularly. Visualize it, feel it. Speak it into existence. Anchor it in your body, your posture, your breath, and your daily choices. Every aligned action is a reinforcement of the internal architecture. Every moment of presence strengthens its foundation, and every act of clarity solidifies the structure of your future reality. Ultimately, the architecture of intention is empowerment in its purest form. It reminds you that your life is not a product of chance, but of conscious design. You are the master architect of your existence. When you construct your blueprint with precision, clarity, and unwavering alignment, the universe responds naturally. Doors open, opportunities appear, and the life you envisioned begins to take shape with inevitability. This is the power of intention, the ability to design a life not as a passive observer, but as an active, deliberate creator. Intention without action is a dream deferred. The internal blueprint you have built, with all its precision, clarity, and alignment, is only as powerful as the steps you take to bring it into manifestation. Momentum is the bridge between thought and reality. It is the energy that transforms potential into kinetic force, turning ideas into tangible outcomes and possibilities into lived experience. Without action, even the most masterful blueprint remains dormant, a beautiful design, yet unrealized. Action is not simply movement. It is deliberate, inspired, and aligned effort. It is the conscious application of your energy toward your intentions. Each step you take, no matter how small, signals to the universe that you are serious, ready, and willing to receive. Momentum compounds. One deliberate step generates clarity, which generates confidence, which generates the next step. Soon, what felt like an uphill climb becomes a flow, an acceleration that moves you effortlessly toward your desired reality. The universe rewards consistency and alignment far more than grand gestures without coherence. Consider the power of microactions. Small, intentional movements, sending a message, making a call, completing a task are the building blocks of momentum. They may seem insignificant in isolation, yet when repeated, they create a rhythm, a current that carries your blueprint from thought into form. Momentum is invisible at first. You may not notice progress immediately, but like a river, carving through rock, persistent action erodes obstacles and shapes reality in its wake. The key is not speed. It is alignment and consistency. Action also requires courage. Every step into the unknown carries uncertainty, risk, and the possibility of failure. Yet each act, when aligned with your blueprint, becomes a statement of faith and power. You are not simply moving forward. You are commanding your reality to conform to your inner architecture. Hesitation, procrastination, and distraction are the enemies of momentum. The longer you linger in indecision, the more energy dissipates, and the universe receives mixed signals. To build momentum, you must commit to consistent, inspired action, even when the path is not fully visible. Equally important is the energy you bring to action. Mechanical effort without presence produces results slowly, inconsistently, and with resistance. But action infused with alignment, clarity, and emotional resonance multiplies impact exponentially. Your vibration, your confidence, your emotional state, and your focus amplify the effect of every step. Momentum is not simply doing. It is doing with the full power of your being behind it. It is the fusion of intention and presence, thought and embodiment, planning and inspired movement. As momentum builds, the universe responds in kind. Opportunities align, doors open, and synchronicities occur with increasing frequency. What once seemed difficult becomes effortless. Challenges that appeared insurmountable are now manageable because momentum carries you through. The energy of action transforms obstacles into stepping stones, resistance into guidance, and waiting into acceleration. By acting consistently, deliberately, and with presence, you collapse the gap between blueprint and reality, making the extraordinary inevitable. The truth is this: your vision cannot materialize without movement. Your dreams remain potential until you commit your body, mind, and energy to their manifestation. Momentum turns alignment into experience, intention into reality, and thought into matter. Every deliberate step compounds, creating an unstoppable force that carries you toward the life your blueprint has already prepared. The bridge between imagining and living is action-aligned, persistent, and magnetic action. Take the steps, fuel the momentum, and watch the world bend in response to your power.